Hey guys, it's Robbo and welcome to another edition of On The Grid. Today we're going to talk about something that's a bit of a bugbear of mine, and I also know a bunch of my audio engineers mates have issues with this as well. And it's using a gate either as you're recording or after you've recorded your voiceover. And we're going to dive into a Pro Tools session today, and I'm just going to show you why it's not really a good idea. In fact, I would never do it. And audio engineers don't do it. It's very rare that an audio engineer would reach for a noise gate to use on a voiceover. So I've just got a quick little sessions lined up here. Let's just dive into that and I'll show you just quickly what I'm talking about. Now, I've taken the liberty of recording a quick little voiceover here. Let's just have a listen to that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So it took me a long time to come up with that script, as you can probably tell. But I've tried to make it fairly dynamic. So there's some S's, lots of S's in there. I've tried to get a bit louder, a bit softer. And look, this is, I've overdone all this for demonstration purposes, so it's easy for you to understand. But you need to understand that even at a more subtle level, this still happens. And anytime a voiceover artist use a gate on their voiceover, I can tell, and any audio engineer worth their salt can, because these things happen just on a smaller scale. And the problem with it just being on a smaller scale, of course, is once we start processing, as we'll see here in a minute, it just brings out those flaws anyway. So let's just hold it there for a second. And I've got a gate that I've put on here. This is the SSL gate. Now, I've set it up again. I've set it up reasonably aggressively. In fact, I've set it up very aggressively. But let's just have a quick listen again to just the first couple of seconds of that voiceover that I just did without the gate on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So let's turn it on now. That gate. Let's turn it on, and I want you to just have a listen to and see what's going on here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now, I left my computer on in the background as a bit of a noise reference, so you can hear. And it's not just ducking the sound, it's just cutting it out completely. And the problem with that is it's not just taking out the bad stuff. You can hear it's reducing some of the stuff, it's cutting out some of those S's. The room tone in the background is all of a sudden sort of pumping up and down. It's not so bad right now. I mean, it's bad. I certainly couldn't use that, but it's not fatal. But let's just have a look. Well, the other thing I did was I just threw an RVox on here, which is just a compressor. So this is before we EQ or anything else even. If we put a compressor on here now, I want you to have a listen to what happens to that sort of slightly bad audio. Now we've put some compression on it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We've lost the back of the 10. It's all pumping all over the place. There's noise, that computer noise is coming in and out. And all of a sudden we've gone from something that's only just unusable to something that's now just completely terrible. So look, I know you hear about processing from us a lot, and I know that there are times that you do need to process, but no matter who you're sending audio to, please, whatever you do, just don't use a gate. Find yourself a good noise reduction plugin or something if that's what you'd like to do, and you sort of think you need some noise reduction. But again, use that sparingly. I mean, the thing that I always like to talk about is noise reduction was built to take care of camera noise on set of feature films. If you've ever heard a 35 millimeter camera running, they're as noisy as all get out. And noise reduction was made just to get rid of that. It wasn't made to get rid of the dog barking, of you bumping your microphone stand. It wasn't made to get rid of the kids playing in the next room. Once you start trying to do all that stuff, even with noise reduction, you're going to end up with results similar to sort of what we're listening here, a little bit different, but stuff you can hear. And of course, as soon as we start processing, you're only going to make it worse. So look, if you do need noise reduction, the noise reduction plugins I would suggest are Ovox is a very good one. The RX series, of course. Any of those are going to do the job. But again, don't go grabbing handfuls of it, just tiny bits at a time. NS1 from Waves is also a very good, just one fader one. Again, you know, if you keep it down above the 3-2-1 sort of area of the fader that's on that one, if you keep it there, it's going to get rid of most sort of computer fans and, you know, a bit of traffic ambience or something or whatever in the background. So look, I hope you found that helpful. I hope you now understand why us audio engineers might have a bit of a problem with you guys running a gate on your audio when you're recording. If you'd like a hand with anything else in your studio, just ask robbo.com. I can help you with all sorts of things, setting up your studio. If you'd like some stacks to process your voice in a good way, any of that sort of stuff, check out the website anyway, see what's there, see if it's helpful. In the meantime, I will catch you very soon for another edition of On the Grid.